Let's set up your LinkedIn company page so you can attract more customers and grow your business. And I'm going to show you how to do this step by step with a make-believe company I totally created just for you for this video. But first, we need to talk about LinkedIn's requirements for setting up a LinkedIn company page. LinkedIn is always changing the requirements for this, but fortunately, LinkedIn seems to make it fewer and fewer requirements each year. I guess they just really want people to set up company pages. According to LinkedIn, all you need right now is a personal LinkedIn profile and a verified email address. Now, you need a LinkedIn personal profile because LinkedIn needs to know that it's a real person who's building the company page. But if you're getting a little squeamish about this personal profile thing, please don't worry, because no one visiting your company page will be able to tell that you're the one who set it up. And make sure your personal profile has a real first name and a real last name, and you're not using some company name as a cover for yourself in your personal profile, because LinkedIn can catch on to it and mark you as spam and put you in LinkedIn jail. Not to be dramatic. Also, if your personal profile is brand new, like let's say it's a day old, and you try setting up the company page but you get an error message, LinkedIn recommends you just try again possibly the next day. As for the verified email address that LinkedIn requires, chances are you already have one anyway. It typically happens when you're setting up your LinkedIn account in the first place. And if you're already getting emails from LinkedIn, you have a verified email address. If for whatever reason you're not getting any emails from LinkedIn, then go to Me in the top right corner, then Settings and Privacy, then Sign In and Security, and here in Email Addresses is where you can add an email and trigger the confirmation email, which you'll need to verify your email. Also note that right now you can only set up a company page on desktop. Now you can edit some parts of your company page on mobile, but the setup itself has to be on desktop. And also, please make sure you don't already have a company page. This may seem obvious, but I see so many cases of duplicate pages out there, so I really need to mention this. You can tell if there's a company page out there by searching for your company in the search bar. And if you do find a page that already exists, then maybe someone else in your organization created one, in which case ask them for admin access, or maybe you had actually created the company page, but it was so long ago. I could create an entire whole video on all possible scenarios for resolving this type of issue, but the key is this: don't create a new company page if you already have one and can get access to it. Okay, now let's create your page step by step. And for this video, we're going to pretend I have a company called Corporate Cookies, and this company needs a company page on LinkedIn, so you can see the process from beginning to end. So log into LinkedIn, and in the top right corner, click on Work. Now scroll till you see Create a Company Page. Now on the next screen, you have three choices: company, showcase page, and educational institution. Now most likely you're going to choose company unless you're a school or university. And FYI, showcase pages are sub-pages that you can attach to an existing company page. Like on my Delaware ShoutOut LinkedIn company page, I have this showcase page here, and if you clicked on it, you'd get more info about that service. But let's get back to creating a company page. Click on company. Oh, I can't wait to fill this out. Okay, name, Corporate Cookies. Obviously, you put your company name here. Now here, this is the URL that will appear at the top of someone's browser when they visit your company page. So it's a great opportunity to brand yourself. Now LinkedIn autofills this, but if for whatever reason that URL is already taken, you have a chance to change it to whatever you'd like it to be. But no matter what, try to get it right the first time, because LinkedIn only allows you to change the URL once every 30 days. Okay, for website, we're going to put www.corporatecookies.com. And I really hope I don't get in trouble for this, because this is not a real website. For industry, we're going to put food and beverages. And keep in mind that LinkedIn doesn't have the best choice of industries in the drop-down menu, so just choose whatever's closest. For a company size, I'll say I have 11 to 50 employees, because in my imagination, we're making a lot of cookies. Okay, company type, and you're going to see lots of choices here. For Corporate Cookies, I'll say privately held. And by the way, before we continue with the setup, if you're new to this channel, I just want to assure you that I don't make cookies for a living. I'm all about helping small businesses create a social media program that's easy to run, that gets results, and they can be proud of. Okay, back to creating a company page. Now, this is where you're going to put your logo, and LinkedIn recommends a size of 300 by 300 pixels. And I created this logo in Canva.com, which is a graphic design tool for non-graphic designers like me. And Canva is not a sponsor, but I wish they were a sponsor, because I talk about them all the time. Like, all the time. Tagline, how about this? A sweet corporate gift you can sink your teeth into. And if you don't have a tagline yet, this is a great time to think of one. Now you're going to click to verify you're an authorized representative of the organization and you agree to the terms. And this is really making me nervous, because this isn't a real company. And if I click on the terms and conditions, look at this, but for this video, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so now for the next page, and you're going to see there are more things that LinkedIn is recommending we do. Let's click on description. Now here's an example of a description, and this is for Corporate Cookies. At Corporate Cookies, we know you want to impress your clients and employees with the finest gift of gratitude. Why not delight them with a beautiful box of handcrafted, delectable cookies? In addition to traditional varieties, we also offer cookies that accommodate special diets, gluten-free, vegan, and more. Each box is customized with your logo and messaging. Contact us today to learn how you can give a sweet thank you that's sure to delight. Then I also added some specialties here: corporate gifts, client gifts, employee recognition, promotional gifts. And you want to try to be as rich in the description as possible, using as many keywords as possible, because that helps your company page show up higher in search results on LinkedIn. And that's why I included this list here at the end. Manage description in another language. Okay, we're going to get to that shortly. And as we scroll down, you'll see that a lot of the fields are already filled out from earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and enter my real work phone number here. Year founded, 2022. Yep, that was the year the company was founded in my head. Specialties. Now this is a separate specialties section. You can add up to 20 specialties, and I recommend adding as many as you can that are relevant to your products or services. And this is going to increase the chances you'll show up in a LinkedIn search. Then press save, and now you can work through the other items in this menu on the left to see what LinkedIn already filled out and what you still have left to do. Now the page info looks good. This buttons tab also looks good. There's going to be a button near the top of the profile that says visit website, and it'll direct people to the website. Okay, we were already in overview. Okay, workplace. Now if you're looking to recruit, you can toggle this on and mark whether your workplace is completely on site or hybrid or remote. Now I'm not hiring anyone for my make-believe company, so let's keep this toggled off. Now here's where you put your location or locations. Now if you don't want to put your full address, you don't have to. You'll see here that I'm marking that I don't have a street address. I do recommend at least putting the city where you're based, because even if your company serves the entire nation or the entire world, you're going to be less of a mystery and build more trust by sharing where you're planted. Okay, hashtags. Now you can add up to 3 hashtags here, but they don't really help the way I thought they would after I did some research on it. I was hoping they'd help by making your page more visible in search results, but really all these hashtags do is spotlights the topics that are important to your page, so people can click on that hashtag and then be transported to a list of other people's articles on LinkedIn that use that hashtag. Keep in mind that LinkedIn is doing everything it can to keep people on LinkedIn, even if it means luring people away from your company page to another part of LinkedIn. So I'm just going to add these 3 hashtags here begrudgingly, but please don't feel like you have to. Now, feature groups. Now, here you can add groups that you like that other LinkedIn members might also want to check out, and you don't have to be an admin of the group or even a member of the group to add them to the page. And just like with hashtags, I have mixed feelings about featured groups, because again, when people click on one of those groups, they're taken away from your company page. And I'm just adding groups here just to show you how it's done. Now, manage languages. Now, if you want to present your page in multiple languages, you're going to do it here, but you still need to be the one to provide the translations. So for instance, if I want my page to also present in French, I'll select it here, and you'll see I can type in a new page name and tagline and description if I wish, all in French. I can also choose if I want to make French the default language, but since I don't have French translations on hand for my make-believe company, I'm just going to keep this on English. Now here, LinkedIn is encouraging me to write my first post through the page. And since we're in make-believe land, I ain't doing it. Now there's a little more for setting up your page, but it's not what you see here at the top. First, LinkedIn is asking you to create a custom button, but you'll see we already have one. Now you do have a choice here to change what the button says, but LinkedIn needs to kind of fix this. And LinkedIn is reminding me to do my first post, but what I really want to call your attention to is here, the cover image. This is where you're going to put the large image at the top of your page to really set the tone for your brand. And you'll notice that the dimensions are kind of weird. It's a really wide space, but not that high. So you have to choose an image that won't get cut off in a weird way. And I created my image in canva.com just like I did the logo. Now for this cover image, all you have to do is click on new design, then custom size, and then use the dimensions 1128 by 191 pixels. Really, Canva is an awesome tool for all your social media sizing. Canva, please be a sponsor for me, please! You'll notice that I'm leaving a blank space toward the left side, and that's because it's going to get cut off by the logo on the left. By the way, I strongly discourage you from putting words in this cover image section. Human brains process things a whole lot better with a single striking image. And besides, remember, you're already going to have your company name here and your tagline here, so the banner really offers an awesome opportunity to show an image. I also want to show you 2 really cool features of the company page that you as an admin of the page will probably want want to play with to kind of enhance your entire LinkedIn experience. The first thing I really like is the content tab. Now here you're going to see trending articles, which will give you ideas to share on LinkedIn and for that matter, all your social media. Now this is way better than LinkedIn news that you see on your homepage on LinkedIn, which really just covers general business related news stuff. Now on the content tab of your company page, you can see what's trending within an industry you want to target along with location, job function, and seniority. So for instance, let's say as president and CEO of Corporate Cookies, I want to create posts that would appeal most to LinkedIn members who are in human resources and in management. Now I can see what's trending among these folks, so I'm more likely to pique their interest with my posts. Now if I click on share here, I can only share this post on my LinkedIn company page. And I don't want to just post on my LinkedIn company page. That totally kills my workflow mojo. So instead, I recommend clicking on the article itself, and then you copy the URL at the top of your browser, which is the URL for the article, and then copying and pasting the article's URL into a third-party platform like Hootsuite or Buffer that allows you to share the article on your multiple social media sites at one time. I also encourage you to check out the Analytics tab, and in particular, Visitor Analytics. And I'm going to quickly show you on my Delaware ShoutOut LinkedIn company page because sadly Corporate Cookies doesn't really have any visitors yet, nor will it ever. So when you're at Analytics, go to Visitors and then scroll down to Visitor Demographics. You can see what industries your visitors are coming from. And that could possibly help you tweak your marketing messaging and business development. And by the way, if you want to see how an outsider sees your LinkedIn company page, just go to the top of your page and click on View as Member so you can make sure your visitors have a nice page experience. And if you want to go back to the admin view, click on View as Admin. Also, let's say in a few days you want to go back to your company page. How do you get there? There are actually two different ways. You can either type your company page name in the search bar up here in the top left corner, or click on Me in the top right corner and you'll find your company page listed here under Manage. Now that you know how to set up your LinkedIn company page, your next step is to understand proven ways to leverage your network on LinkedIn to build your business. So definitely check out this playlist that I made for you in the top right corner. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.